100 strong, 100 strong. What's that word, family? Hey, man, check this out.
Pressure, I apply the pressure. Pressure, I apply the pressure. Pressure, I apply the pressure. Yeah, pressure, I apply the pressure.
So somebody hit me up in the inbox the other day, ladies and gentlemen, and they said, Lo, why do Chicago niggas be flipping back and forth, man? All right, so first off, we call that pancakes, right? We call a nigga that flip a fucking pancake, man. He'll flip this way, then he'll flip that way. He'll flip his opinion. He'll flip his butthole in the air, if you ask me. All right, so they came to me and say, why do niggas in Chicago be flipping like that? You never hear a blood or a crip say, them niggas used to be cripping, or them niggas used to be blooding. Well, first off, I don't know LA politics. Maybe Crips flip to other Crips. I'm not sure. Maybe Bloods flip to other Bloods. Maybe Bloods flip to Crips sometime. Look at the Game. The Game said that he grew up in a Crip household, but when he jumped off the porch, that's when he was a Blood. His family moved across the tracks, but his peoples was Crip. And then not only that, his brother got killed by one of his Crip homies, right? And then when you look at what happened to Nipsey, it kind of validates a little bit of what the Game was speaking on. Even though I know Bloods kill Bloods, you know what I'm saying? Niggas do shit to niggas they close to, bro. They rob their own niggas. They kill their own niggas. All of that shit, bro. They want to know why Chicago niggas be flipping. And they said King Yella said that some of his niggas flipped, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up this video, a Cam Capone interview with King Yella, and I'm gonna see what King Yella had to say because I haven't seen it yet. So let's pull him on up and get it going with King Yella, man. Let's see what he got to say.
But I've been throwing these up all my life. My daddy's GD, my brother GD, all my brothers GDs. It's not nobody, no matter what. Any motherfucker in my era that came up under me and that's in my life, if you start gang banging, bro, your ass is a gangster disciple, man. Ain't no, I don't have a BD brother, nothing. Like if you was around me in real life, like in a family, that's you know what I'm saying? They came up under that umbrella. I wasn't gonna accept you. I'm gonna beat your ass every motherfucking day. We're gonna do something to you every day. Oh, you a op, you this, you that. Ooh. Half of my block flip vice lord. My majority of my block flip vice lord.
Half of this nigga block flip vice lords. Oh my God, that's a different kind of pancake right there, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a different kind of, you know, you got pancakes, some of them be blueberry, some of them got chocolate chip. That's a different kind of pancake right there. We're talking about lifestyle switches, right? So say for instance, a Blood did flip to Crip. He got to get rid of half of his clothing. Majority of his clothing, he got to get rid of. That's why niggas in Chicago, they just be wearing white t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Well, fucking blue jeans, white t-shirts. Man, you don't know what a nigga is, man. Even when niggas had their hats turned, you don't know what the fuck them niggas is. Because they always on some goofy shit. I done seen a GD drop some pitchforks to some more GDs just to see their reaction. He ain't even know them niggas. And it's like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Half of his block flipped. So no wonder this nigga was on 63rd. Because he don't have a home. Was Skeezy, the Skeezy flip Vice Lord? Oh no, he represents Skeezy World. Was that a Vice Lord nigga? Anytime you say half of your block flip, man. Look, let me tell you something. All right. So my block, man, one of the OGs was arrested, went to jail for 25 years back in 95, man. He was a co-defendant to a very popular street individual in Chicago, man, called a RICO case with 39 other members, right? So the man get out of jail. And guess what? The block is still the same. The block is still the same. The same people run the block, the same people on the block. You can't flip a block. Individuals had flipped from the block once they moved on, or they decided that we wasn't doing what they not taking care of me, you know, some bitch ass nigga shit. And then you flip to something else. They don't take care of you, so you can't come back. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta stay that because they didn't take care of your dusty ass neither. All right, so look, man. All right. So check this out, right? Like I said, if you're a blood or a crip and you in jail, and when you get out your whole block, then flip to the other side, bro. What do? You got to change your whole motherfucking wardrobe. Everything you had, you got to throw away and buy something new. You ain't got to do that in Chicago, man. I understand. No, I don't understand what King Yella talking about. I ain't never seen a whole block flip or half a block flip, bro. It's either they all flipped or the ones that didn't flip, they was that way. They was gone. They was shit. Niggas was in jail or niggas moved and they still claim. Like, yeah, I'm serious though. Was Skeezy a Vice Lord or a GD? I'm trying to figure out, man, because King Yella is the only representative of Skeezy World that we know of. I don't know nobody else that's on the internet that's a Skeezy World nigga or a nigga from King Yella Block. Ain't nobody even riding his coattail. So it seemed like he might be the last GD left. And he might have been out there with them niggas. You know, they might respect you. Because in Chicago, look, check this out, right? I moved on the east side, man. I moved on the east side, 79th and Exis, 78th and Exis, rather. And it was this guy, man. He was in a wheelchair. And he used to be out there hustling and shit. And when I moved out there, I really didn't know nothing. But a couple of niggas I knew from the hundreds, they already knew me. You know what I'm saying? They was, a couple of BDs. And the reason how I moved to the east side is crazy, y'all. So that's a whole nother story in itself, all right? So I'm going to tell you. The projects, Robert Taylor Homes, man, 4555, man. I was fucking with this little chick up in there, man. This little dark-skinned, big booty ass chick, man. She was living up in that motherfucker. And she never was at home. She was always at my crib, or she was always at her parents' crib out in the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Or we was just out all night hustling, man. She was a real ride or die. All right, so I'm fucking with Shorty. And I ended up getting in some trouble, man, to where I had to hide my face. It was an APB, man, all points bulletin out for low from the go, man, in Chicago. So I had to snatch up out the hundreds for a while. And when I snatched up out the hundreds, man, I went down to that bitch's project building, bro. I went to a project building. And just so happened, she told me, she was like, because she never was at the house. She told me, she was like, look, I'm going to have to let you know this because you finna be down here, man. Them people looking for you. So I'm finna let everybody that need to know that I got a visitor, a guest at my apartment. And I was like, cool, go ahead because I know what's going on. I know the politics in Chicago. Now, this is a building that's 4555. I'm not going to tell y'all what was in there. But if you're from Chicago, you know what was in 4500, 4555, 4525. You know what I'm saying? Or what I don't know what it was. Maybe, yeah. All right. So anyway, those buildings down there was 3 of them, right? 3. All right. So you know what's down there? It was a politics. It was a political move for me to come down there. The bitch had to vouch for me. The bitch had to go down there and say, look, I got my guy. He's on the run. He finna come down here. Stay with me for a little while until we figure out our next move. Now, dude was cool with that shit because you know why? They knew if I would have did anything, I was a dead man. Right? So the bitch not only had to politic with them to get me in the building, she told me all that time when I was in the hundreds, sleeping at my father in them crib, at your house, and you never wanted to come down here to the projects because you know how daily they can get and this ain't your hood and all that. She said, them niggas been paying me I said, they been paying you. She said, yeah. I let them get this room in my house. And they don't be in the apartment. They just come up there twice a day. But I let them put some shit in this room. And they pay me $100 a day. I said, $100 a day? I said, that sounds perfect. Because I'm on a run. My ends finna start coming up low. So, bitch, bring that $100 a day in. I won't even go in that room. I don't care what's in that motherfucker. As long as my fingerprints ain't on the doorknob, my fingerprints ain't on the baggies, my fingerprints ain't on the pistols, none of that shit got my fingerprint on it. I'm from the hundreds. They do come up in that motherfucker. I'm gonna be like, look, man, I just came in here with this bitch today. Brought all my shit with me. I just been here today. Or I've been here, you know what I'm saying? I just made it here, trust me. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this bitch. Now they got to take me to court and they got to prove that shit my shit. But I was like, what? $100 a day? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that mean bad. That's the income. Shit, bitch, we ain't even got to leave this motherfucker. We finna just post up in this motherfucker. Bam, bam. So we start getting money up in there, man. And those is politics because I wasn't from that immediate area, even though I was an op to some people. But by me not being they ops, I wasn't from their area. And they, you know, I'm a city-known, citywide nigga. I'm in the projects now. I'm from the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit had to get worked out. Motherfuckers had to vouch. And I know that niggas was doing background check. Who is this nigga, man? His name what? From what block? They calling them other niggas. Hey, man, you know this nigga from this block? Yeah, man, we know, folk. He one of them goons, man. You gotta watch that. Whatever, man. Whatever they said. Oh, he a bitch ass nigga. Don't worry about it. Whatever they said about me, they said about me. All right, so I moved down there with the chick, right? Then that's when they was tearing down the buildings. That's when they was tearing down the last of the buildings. Bam. We get the voucher, Section 8, slid to the east side, 79th, exits. I'm up there, bam. Now I got to figure out a way to get money because now we ain't getting no money with the niggas that was, whatever she was holding in that motherfucker. I don't know what it was. Don't care to find out. Don't even want to know. It could have been a body. But as long as I ain't smell it, I was cool. All right, so we moved to the east side. And it was a lot of shit going on the east side, man. But let's continue. Let's continue with this video real quick. It's a lot of shit. I'm going to get back into it.
The last GDs. Right now, all them niggas vice lords right now to this day. They all vice lords. They daddy GDs. Half of them probably used to be GD. All type of shit. Like, you know, that could have been something because all my friends flip vice lord. I could have followed my friends and been a vice lord.
That's what makes me ask the question, was Skeezy a vice lord? Just because King Yella was respected by the people in his community, they all flipped. What type of shit is that? I never heard of a block. Half of the block flips. No, it would have been a war in the hundreds. That shit happened before when a couple of niggas flipped. It was wars behind that shit. Like, no, them niggas gotta die. Fuck you mean they flip? And then, like I said, flipping the BD is one thing. You still got kind of the same laws and policies. You still under the same disciple regime. You still a disciple. Your color, your major color is still blue. Your star is still a 6. So half of the block can flip BD, and it could be like, damn, well, now we finna go under this new act, under the One Love Act, or go to war. But some niggas might not want to go to war. They, man, y'all little BD, man, that's cool, man. We're gonna do this like this, man. Ooh, somebody got to take the leadership. But this is surprising and shocking because King Yella is considered big GD to the death, to the core. But He said, right there, all them niggas flip. And you still claim that block? That's the block you from? I couldn't even claim a block like that, man. For real, I'd be like, shit, I'm from someplace else, man. If I'm GD, if I'm a state GD, everybody else flip, Vice Lord. How the fuck am I from that block? Because they didn't change the name of that motherfucker. He probably on some old shit. They probably look at Yella like this. He an old man. You know what I'm saying? Remember he said he was older than Duck now and all of this. I wonder when did they flip, man? I wonder when did they flip? This is interesting. So this nigga ain't got a home. All right. So that brings me to this, right? Let me get back to the east side. 79th and exit, 78th and exits, rather. I lived in multiple locations on the east side. I love the east side, man. It was bad bitches out there. They didn't even know each other, neither. Them bitches was moving they was from everywhere too. Shit, they ain't like you can have a bitch in the same building. You can have 2-3 bitches in the same building. Shit, motherfucker wouldn't even know each other if they didn't grow up with each other or if they not from the east side. But yeah, I love the east side, man. I got some of the best black pussy over east. All right, so it was this one dude out there, man. He was in a wheelchair and shit, man. We stayed in his daddy house, man. His daddy had a building, man. Like he had 3 apartments in that motherfucker. And we had moved in there and shit, man. And dude was in the wheelchair. He was outside, he was serving and shit. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he had it. He had a bag a little bit, because he kept his work. He kept making money and he was in a wheelchair. So it's like, shit, I can't drive to the lakefront. I can't do this, do that. I'm going to sit out here and make money all day. All right. So he was on the block, man. We moved over there, man. That was a block full of stones. Then once the BD building came down and they moved over there, they had to drop a little cash to move in over there. So Capo them and all them niggas from over east, man, no lens, man, they came from them buildings or they were shorties and they decided to be BD, man. But the Stones let them niggas get a block over there, man. They let them get a block. Now they probably got half of the hood, but they still got one major thing that they're against, and that's the GDs. So they got a common enemy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's what you would say, right? So they got a common enemy. That's the GDs. So that's what made them get together like this, man. Click. And I was wondering, like, why the fuck is everybody throwing up L's? The GDs throwing up L's, the BDs throwing up L's, the Stones, which didn't make no sense to me at all. Like, how the fuck could y'all ever throw up an L? Don't you know that means folk? You know what I'm saying? That means disciple throwing up L's, but they took up the L's, and we seen Herbo and all them, Bibby and them throw up the L's. But the dude in the wheelchair, because I was from the 100, somebody told me, he said, man, dude, GD. I said, he GD? It's an all-stone block, all-stone neighborhood, man. That's about the whole neighborhood. Ain't no block, half the block flips. Nigga, this the whole neighborhood. These 4-5 blocks is stone shit. You know what I'm saying? Then we got GDs on the other side. They got 4-5 blocks. We got this side, they got 4-5 blocks. We got the MCs this way. They got a whole area. You know what I'm saying? Like, these ain't just no blocks. But one thing about Chicago, man, you could have, like you say, like an older brother or the block, the whole neighborhood flipped or whatever. You can have a motherfucker out there that's still representing that old shit. That's still what it was when they was, back in the day. And he can still be part of the block as long as he doing what? Putting in work with the new administration. That means the new niggas that's running the block. All right, so dude in the wheelchair was a GD. The whole neighborhood was Stones until the BDs moved in. If a nigga came through on some goofy shit and he could be GD, that nigga in the wheelchair, he might have to pop off, pull out his pistol, and kill another GD. Because guess what? He claiming GD, but he's not a part of an official set. He's just the man that he was. He's still gonna claim GD. But he ain't out there throwing up pitchforks. Talking about what up, folk? None of that. What? None of that. I wouldn't have knew what the nigga was until a motherfucker told me. What? None of that. That nigga was part of Terror Town. You know what I'm saying? He was part of Terror Town. Yeah, man, I know y'all gonna, man, Terror Town, nigga, it's MLNB. Yeah, it's the same shit, bro. Them the shorties. I was out there when Randy then was out there when white folks was alive, when Slim was alive. You know what I'm saying? When Animal was alive. Ugmo. You know what I'm saying? So I was out there, bro, at that McDonald's right there. I was doing my thing up there. I used to love that McDonald's because a nigga pay for some food. I'd drive around in front of him, go straight to the window. I don't give a fuck. They be like, damn, why this nigga pull up in front of me? Nigga, they passed me some food. I got the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? That shit was paid for. Now you got to go up there and explain why you paid for that motherfucking double cheeseburger and them fries. Whatever they had, I say, yup, that's mine. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that nigga was riding with the niggas on this block. And they used to always try to get me to do it. Like, man, low, why you going down there fucking with them other niggas? I said, man, because the shit I sell, I had to figure out something else to sell because, you know, I would have had to pay taxes, all type of weird shit. I ain't want to deal with the East Side politics. So I came in a gang with the bootleg L1s, CDs, DVDs. And it was crazy because them niggas will stand outside all day, sell two. I see them fucking with 2 customers, 2-3 customers. Nigga, I didn't just got 5 customers just walked up to me in 25 minutes. All 5 of them customers just spent $20 with me and brought some merchandise. Ain't no motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all wasn't selling 8 balls and shit, so y'all wasn't making more than me, but bam, and I do my shit. And as soon as it turned night, I was up out of there. I was fucking the bitches on the East Side. I love the East Side, man. Ain't shit ever happened to me that was some real deal shit, bro. Little weak ass shit used to go on over there, though. As soon as I would have packed that nigga up, man, them niggas was all rushing, bro. They had pistols, everything. I can understand flipping from GD to BD. When you flip from GD to Vice Lord, that's a whole different lifestyle. Your language change, your ideology change, your star change, your colors change, everything change. Your food changes. You know what I'm saying? You know, Stones, Black Stones, they can't eat pork. Vice Lords, all that shit, man, they don't eat certain foods, man, compared to GDs and BDs. They eat certain foods that the other niggas can't eat. Or the other niggas do the same. It's like that. It's weird, man. That's why when he say they flip Vice Lords, it's like, God damn, they should. Why they flip BD? See, he got to get into it. I want to. Did he get into it on here? Did he tell us the reason why they flip Vice Lords? Probably for money. But ain't no such thing as half the block flip, King Yella. It's the whole block gonna flip. And you're gonna have the stragglers. You still gonna have some niggas that's out there, but if them riders, them niggas that's killing, they flip, nigga, your ass need to flip because your friend in a few years later, he gonna be your real deal enemy. So you might as well roll with the punches or move on. That's why he was on 63rd. This nigga ain't got a home. It's like a homeless person. Let me pull myself up. He's like a homeless person. We don't need to hear nothing else from King Yella, right? All right, so let me pull myself up. Damn. That's crazy. That's how I feel about the situation, though. Certain niggas can roll with the punches, certain niggas can't. I wonder is King Yella a Vice Lord plant now? Because he could be that one GD that's on the Vice Lord block that's going to ride with the Vice Lords because he figure like this. if the GDs come through here shooting, they gonna kill me too. So I might as well go to war with my brothers that live on my block. I wonder is he like that, man? Because I'm telling you, that nigga in that wheelchair, if a nigga would have came through busing, he was busing back. And them niggas that was busing wasn't gonna say, oh no, there go folks in the wheelchair. Let's let him be. No, that shit wasn't gonna happen. That's how I feel about this situation, man. Damn, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, man. For that brother who asked me that question, I would rather for a motherfucker to flip BD than Vice Lord if they was GD, or rather for a motherfucker to flip GD that was BD than to flip Vice. Like, that shit is different. That's a whole lifestyle change right there. That ain't no joke. That's a real change. When you flip stars, you got to flip a mindset. You got to flip ideology. You got to flip colors. Everything got to flip once you flip stars. But as far as LA, yeah, you're right, bro. I don't know Los Angeles politics. Maybe niggas flip from Crip to Crip. I'm not sure. I used to be 60s. Now he's schoolyard. I don't know, man. I don't think they do that shit in LA, man. Like, yeah, that's some Chicago shit. That pancake shit, probably, man. Because you don't never hear the LA niggas calling out niggas for. There used to be fights. You see what happened with Youngster? Black Youngster, man. That was in Memphis, though. They say he used to be a vice lord and he flipped blood. They told him not to come back. His brother went down there and got whacked. You know what I'm saying? Those niggas were standing on business for that type of shit, if that's the case. I'm not sure. But I'll be back later with more news and commentary. Let me know in that comment section. And don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all of that. Your homeboy, Loafing to Go. Peace.
And you're supposed to be one of the guys.
I apply the pressure. I apply the pressure. I apply the pressure. Yeah, pressure. I apply the pressure.